Welcome to the lounge. How you guys doing tonight? Recording a little on the late night tonight. I'll be honest. I wasn't even gonna record today, but I woke up out of bed today. Well, I was still in the bed with the one eye open like this. I'm late in the bed like this. I'm trying to read. Trying to do one of these numbers. And there's this guy that he was on the Pop the Balloon show, right? This internet dating site, or well, it's not even really a dating site. It's like a dating show, but it's based off the internet and all of that. And so what happened with that was this guy who was a licensed plumber, made six figures and everything. He goes on the show, all of that, and he he turns around, he walks out, they pop all the balloons. And if you don't know how the show works, because let me back that up. If you don't know how the show works, it's like they have these 5 to 6 women with balloons, and a guy walks out, and then based off whether he looks like, or if he says something, or his voice, or his laces are not laced right, or whatever reason the woman finds something wrong, they pop the balloon, and then the host walks down to whoever popped the balloon, and they explain why, and they give their whatever justifications they feel. So this particular guy that came on, he was a licensed plumber, the whole nine. So I was looking at Instagram with the one eye open, doing the one eye willy, like, and then I see, I'm like, oh, this dude lost his job. So he goes on this internet show, and it turns out the women called his job because I guess they didn't like what he said, whatever goofy reason that is. And the company he worked for, or whatever he worked for, they fired him. And he talked about how he made six figures because he told one of the girls, I guess she was trying to diss him or whatever. He was like, I could pull $100,000 out the bank. How about you? And she had to look like she caught a stomach virus and everything. She was hot. She was mad. It was funny though. I'm not gonna lie, because when I saw the clip, I laughed. It was funny. However, that viral moment cost him his job. So we talk about this cancel culture, whatever. I personally think it went too far. Like, I could see if I could see if something crazy or whatever, yeah. But like, because he hurt your feelings. Like, he didn't slap you, he didn't do none of that, but he hurt your feelings, so he called his job. But that's to each is their own, because he did honestly say when he posted, he did say that I messed around trying to cloud chase and I lost my job. So, lesson, fellas, if you're well to do, you got something going on. Do not go on those shows. Do not go on the buzzer. Do not go on. I seen clips of these things, and it makes the men look so foolish or whatever. It's the most goofiest stuff I ever seen, and it's like, so I'm getting judged by people who are goofy, clout chasing, and all of this stuff, and they're gonna tell me my worth, my value. Yeah, no thanks. I'll thank you, but no thank you. So we'll pass on that. But at the same time, you know, it it related to online dating. Like the whole, um, it's similar to that. So I was talking to one of my coworkers, young guy. He's gonna watch this, so he knows who he is. I'm not gonna put him out there, but because he's younger, and he goes, hey Freddie, let me show you something. I'm on Hinge and all of this stuff, and I look at him and go, yeah, you on Hinge? He's like, yeah, I got three possibilities. I go, yeah. He said, well, one really, but I got three. I said, let's see what they look like. You know me, I like to see where stuff goes. That's just how I operate. So he pulls up the phone like this and he goes, "Oh, we went from 3 to 1." I go, he goes, "I guess I didn't like what they said." I said, "Don't worry, you dodged a bullet, my friend." So he showed me the one. He said, "Oh, look at a profile, whatever." So I look, I'm like looking at the pictures. I'm like, yeah, this is me on the phone. I'm like, yeah, that's Photoshop. She's older than she's saying. I was like, yeah, look at this, look at that, whatever, whatever. But besides all that, it could be bad angles and all that. Women know all the angles from the camera or whatever. They got 300 pictures of the same picture and they know which angle to pick and all that stuff. So maybe it was just a bad angle, the shot. Who knows? Who cares? I'm at a place where I look past that because there's two things my mom told me. One, every woman you meet is the potential child of your mother, is the mother of your child, so you should listen and pay attention because that's a woman that's potentially raising your child. And two, if somebody tells you who they are, believe them. So there was a statement that was written, and I said to him, did you like Playboy? Did you see this? Did you read that? He's like, what you mean? I go, look at that closely. I said, this person likes chaos and all of that, so that means their whole life is disorganized. And he's like, you knew that just off one statement? I go, yeah, look at the statement. So at the same time, I was explaining to him because as people know from my past videos and stuff, they know that I watch people like Anton Daniels. Also, side note, Anton Daniels, happy 20th anniversary, you and your wife, if you happen to see this. 20 years married, so he doing something right. But I get all these different things from what they review, and then I deep dive off the sources they get it from. So today I am going to shout out Coach Greg Adams. He does his thing in a comical way. I like how he does it, but he recently did a podcast about black women suing Hinge. So that's what it made me think when I saw this guy's profile, and which Greg Adams was talking about was he was talking about the lawsuit and how black women were suing the company because that they don't get the same picks as the white women, because when they changed their ethnicity to white instead of being black, they actually got more picks and things of that nature. But how CGA pointed out that all of that stuff is based off of algorithm and all of that. So the short version of that is whatever you like, that's what's going to go into your feed. So if you're a dude that likes the girls with the big booties, guess what? The fat women are going to put voluptuous, and those are how you get all the girls that's like, why is this girl fat on my feed? I don't even... That's how that works, because the company knows by your algorithm. Same thing like YouTube. You type in one letter or whatever the case may be, you get different things from different people, and even when you log off and log back on, they'll give you related stuff. So all of the stuff worked, AI and all of that. So that's the short version of this. So when you look at all this dating as a whole, like I said, this guy lost his bag. And then you got black women suing Hinge and all of that stuff. Like, I just found today was like a comical day. And then also, right, the funniest stuff I've been watching for a few days. I even showed my coworkers. I pretty much called everybody but my family. Like, yo, did you see this? It's the YSL Woody trial. I know some of you guys that if you guys know, you can be like, oh boy, here he goes, right? So to understand now, like normally, I normally do my deep dive research enough where like I can really explain it. But since this was a unplanned, candid video. I didn't do a lot of research. I want to show more my fun side today. So keeping it regular. So on YouTube and everything else like that, there's this guy named Woody, or they say YSL Woody. That's how you do the search. It's the most popular thing on YouTube right now. And he's the prosecution's witness for this case, and he is trolling the hell out of the prosecution. They this guy is so funny. I mean, everybody's been talking about this guy. Everybody under the sun, sitting here reviewing his stuff. But if you don't know the background of this case, there was a murder that happened in Atlanta, Georgia, and based off the rental of the car and all of the stuff, Fannie Willis is the DA of. This is why this case is kind of now brought to light, besides this witness, because Fannie Willis decided to charge it as a RICO case instead of a separate murder case. And some of the elements that they're using to prosecute these guys is the same stuff that they try to use with her situation. Like for an example, the cell phone triangulation to put you in that location on that day at that time. She pretty much was like, "Oh, that don't apply to me. That don't apply to when I went to go jump off and do whatever it was that she was doing, because everything gotta be alleged. Because God forbid you don't say alleged, You sue me, you practicing for the real thing anyway. But you gotta make sure you say alleged. So in that trial, she tried to say that doesn't work, that doesn't apply, but they're using it for this trial. So I'm just giving an example of the parallels of these cases and of these two cases and why it's important, because this is her office that's trying this case. So because it's a RICO statute, if you know a little bit of history, that charge is more used for like the mob. Actually, I believe the first RICO trial or case was actually against Nicky Barnes. Somebody fact check that, but I believe his organization was the first one to use under the statute. I think he was the first person that went to jail under that statute, because that was like a Rudy Giuliani thing or something like that. Like I said, I didn't do the deep dive today like I normally do, but that's just the basis of what a RICO case is. I'm just giving the highlight points. So now picture when you have a case like that, you have all these witnesses, all this evidence, you have all this stuff, and it's supposed to be put in a nice package, a nice little bow. not this situation. No. So when I saw some of this stuff, like there's one clip that not gonna play because it's not my clip, because they edit for their thing. That's actually Angry Man did a short on it. It's pretty funny, but what he said was, I guess the prosecution asked him, "Why did you shrug your shoulders?" And he's like, "Cause his shoulders." Like, what? That was your answer? It gets worse. What I mean, this is the tip of the iceberg. I'm like, man, listen. I even messed around, and I'm like, you know what? This dude has said some funny things. Like, I'm gonna play one right now. Hold on. I'm gonna let y'all hear it because it's that good.
You may answer the question, sir.
Do you recall? I'll ask the question again. Do you recall Thug and Kel speaking while at the Cascade Skating Rink in 2015?
I recall.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither about that phone call?
Yes.
Okay. What do you remember telling Detective Gaither about that phone call?
Not word for word.
Whatever you remember.
Don't worry.
Oh, I don't know. I don't recall.
Okay. Do you remember first telling Detective Gaither that you and Kel has said that the beef was over. You told Detective Gaither this.
Yes.
All right. Do you recall, again, telling Detective Gaither in this interview that Kel asked you to call Thug?
Yes.
Do you recall what Thug said in 2015 to Kel?
Yes.
Yes, you remember what Thug said?
I don't recall what was said. I don't remember what was said.
Okay.
I don't remember me talking to the investigators about it.
All right. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither that when Kel got on the phone, that Thug said the beef ain't over with until you pay for my window? You shot my window.
Yes.
Yes, you remember telling Detective Gaither that?
I don't remember what I done told the police.
Okay. Let me ask you this. Are you just saying yes now to speed up your questioning?
Most definitely.
So, just in case you missed that, you probably didn't, but just to put a little, I guess, a little story behind it, she pretty much asked him, "Oh, you just saying this to hurry this along?" And he's like, "Yeah." So he just, and he actually gets annoyed because it's crazy how he gets annoyed in this whole thing. You know, like, you know what? Let me just play a little more and
Now, do you recall independently that after Thug told Kel, beef ain't over with until you pay for my window, you shot my window, that you told Kel what you told Kel?
Yes.
What do you remember telling Kel?
Yes.
So you told Kel, yes?
Yes.
Do you recall telling Kel, look, what y'all got going on, this has nothing to do with me?
Yes.
now just real quick, keep in mind he already said that I'm just saying yes to speed this along, but they're still questioning him. Any other time, they would have called a mistrial or dismissed the case or whatever the case may be, but they still letting this go on. Let's go.
Do you recall also that you told Thug that your beef with Kel is over with?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recall what Thug said to you after you said that?
Yes.
What did he say to you?
What did who say to me?
What did Thug say to you?
When?
While he was on FaceTime at the Cascade skating rink.
Who was on FaceTime at the Cascade Camry?
Do you remember testifying earlier that you told Detective Thorpe in January 11th that Kel and Thug...
I don't remember what I told the investigator, Detective Thorpe or whatever.
Okay. Do you remember telling Detective Gaither in this January 28th interview that Thug said, nigga, I don't care about none of it. Look what y'all got going on. You still shot at me. Just pay for my window. You gonna pay for my window. Hey man, I ain't letting that go.
Yes.
Yes, you remember Thug saying that?
You just gonna say yes?
Does say that?
You said yes, so I'm asking you, what do you remember?
Cause I keep telling you I don't remember. You keep asking me questions, so I'm just saying yes.
Okay, so are you saying yes, that's what you told Detective Gaither?
At this point, because I'm not showing the video, because it's actually from Law and Crime Trials. If you actually want to watch it on their site, but right now his face shows just frustration because he's just like, and it seems like from what I understand that he was willing to originally testify, and then I guess he changed his mind and they forced him to testify. So at this point, they forced him to be there.
I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English.
I can't make this up. I cannot make this up. Now, mind you, this whole RICO case is based off of his testimony, by the way, just so that you understand that. I'm just going to run that back just so I'm speaking perfectly good English. That's good. I didn't complete school.
Cause I keep telling you, I don't remember. You keep asking me questions, so I'm just saying yes.
Okay. So are you saying yes, that's what you told Detective Gaither?
I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you, I don't recall nothing I said to no polices. You keep sitting right here asking.
Not the police, polices. You are the polices now. Not police, polices. That's funny.
That's what you told Detective Gaither.
I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you, I don't recall nothing I said to no polices. You keep sitting right here asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. I'm tired of it. I'm drained.
Okay. Well, if you would just answer the questions properly.
I am answering the question. You asked me, I said yes, yes. When I say yes, you ask me the same question over and over and over and over and over.
But did you just tell the court and this jury that you're saying yes just to move the process along?
I think I said it loud and clear.
So again, will you just answer the questions and we can move the process along?
You keep asking. Okay, yes.
What are you answering yes to?
Your question.
She didn't even ask a question.
Are you lying when you say yes?
Huh?
Are you lying when you say yes?
Now, my mom would say, if you could you could hear. So clearly he heard the question, but he just said, We run that back.
Are you lying when you say yes?
Huh?
Are you lying when you say yes?
Am I lying about what?
Any question that I've asked you so far?
Objection made. Oral, sir. I can't be lying because I told you up front that I don't recall.
Two things could be right at the same time, but
During the January 28th interview,
let me see what's up with this.
let me ask you this. Do you remember back in 2015, after Thug and Kel got off the phone, did you speak with Kel any more about that conversation that he had with Thug?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall telling Detective Gaither that Kel asked for you to call Nut so that y'all could talk about what his conversation was with Thug?
I don't recall.
Nah,
Do you recall?
his face looked like he caught a stomach virus right on the stand. He's like this is fucking great. You can't make this up. You cannot. And then there's another one. Oh, this one was which one is it? Is it? I think it's this one. I think it's this one. I think it's this one.
Do you recall them asking you some more questions about Tay, and you providing them information about where Tay was from? what part of Atlanta he was from?
I don't recall.
Okay. Do you recall the detective asking you, we only know there's a guy by the name of Tay. Where's Tay from? What area he live in? And you told him that he was from Simpson Road area. You recall telling the detective that?
I guess I don't remember what I said to him.
Do you recall?
Because at that point, he had put too much pressure on me, and you know what I mean. I'm just thinking because he told me. I remember him saying he want that gun. That's all I remember him kept saying. He want that gun.
And when you say putting pressure, what do you mean?
Same thing you doing to me now. You keep putting pressure on me.
Was he yelling?
I can't make this up. This is supposed to be the testimony to put these guys on the RICO statute because the RICO statute carries lengthy jail sentences. This is it. This is the case. This is the whole case right here. Oh my God. Oh, it's nonstop. And then one of my personal favorites. I want to see if you catch it because it took me. Let's see. Yeah, it was this one. It took me 3 times for me to play the video to catch what he said. Let me just run it back. Yeah, I'm gonna run it back. I'm gonna play it a little bit in its entirety because this is the one that got my attention. This was the one that had me floored. Like I literally had to rewind it because it was that funny.
Good morning.
Now, Mr. Copeland, I want to direct your attention to Saturday, January 10th, 2015, the night that Donovan Thomas was killed. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Do you remember that day, the night that Donovan Thomas got killed?
No.
Let me ask you this. Did you ever go to the police on either the night of or the early morning hours after Mr. Donovan Thomas got killed?
Objection. Ask the answer. Overrule, sir.
You can answer.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah.
In the early morning hours after Donovan Thomas got killed, did you go to the police?
I think the police called me. Right.
Did you go down to the police department after the police called you?
I think.
All right. I want you to go back to that day before Donovan Thomas got killed. I want you to tell the jurors what you remember about the day that Donovan Thomas got killed.
I got a call saying that I don't know how. I can't recall how it was it. I remember getting a call saying that I killed Nut.
You killed him.
The word was. I got a call and people were saying that. Am I okay? They saying I killed Nut.
I'm sustaining the objection.
Before you got a phone call, can you tell the jurors where you were that morning before you got the phone call saying that I killed Nut?
What you mean? Why was that morning?
Where were you that day? You remember that day though? Were you at your girlfriend's house that morning?
Oh yeah.
So tell the jurors what you remember about that entire day up until you got that phone call.
I was in my girl's house.
And what happened while you were at your girl's house?
Nothing.
All right. Did you ever leave? Let me ask you, what's your girlfriend's name?
I'm single.
Back in 2015, what was your girlfriend?
Did you catch that? said he was at his girlfriend's house. And the lawyer asked him, what's your girlfriend's name? He says, I'm single. I guess two things can be true at the same time, I guess, in this logic. But, yeah. That's I want to chill out today. I just wanted to maybe bring a little bit of laughter, and then it'll take me too much to find it, but he pretty much said he lied so he didn't have to spend the night in jail. I said, but like I said, the whole RICO case is hanging on this guy. Think about how scary that is from a prosecution standpoint. And mind you, this is the office of Fannie Willis, the same lady who's supposed to lead the prosecution for the Trump election fraud or whatever. It's the same office. And this is how they're running this trial. They could have put a kibosh on this, but hey, who knows? Whatever, not my deal. But thank you for spending some time over at the lounge, because this is one of those, like I said, unplanned videos, but I want to bring a little laughter. I wouldn't even necessarily call it a reaction video. It's just, I could not do it justice because I knew some of the things that he said, and clearly it's funnier coming from him than from me, obviously. But you can't make this stuff up. So with that being said, you guys have a great evening. Hope you have a great day tomorrow. If you're working, if you're off, enjoy it. Try to keep cool. We're in the middle of a heat wave over here in New York City area. So, check on the elderly, all that good stuff. Have a good night.